Hi guys, Ash here from FIFA Tips 13, and welcome to a new career mode. For this, because with my other career mode with Chelsea, the career file had actually crashed, so unfortunately I couldn't carry on with that. So I'm going to be starting a new career mode with Swansea City, because I think Chelsea was just a little bit too easy, to be quite honest, even though I wasn't doing that well in it. So hopefully this career mode will be a lot more successful than the last one in terms of gameplay and stuff like that. Now I'm going to be trying to keep a couple of episodes in front if I possibly can. Sometimes I might do live commentaries, and sometimes I might just do normal ones, but like edited. So we're going to try and get this one a bit more organised than any of the other series that I have done. Now, I've done a Swansea Career mode before, and to be fair, they've gone pretty successful, but I'm not going to jinx anything, but normally they tend to go pretty. I've done, I think it's 2 career modes with Swansea, and both of them have been very successful. Hopefully this one will be too. Now there is another YouTube channel that me and my pal Richard have got. It's called Gadget Gaming, and on that it's going to be more in depth than FIFA Tips 13, because as you can tell by the name, it's more or less about FIFA. So this one will be more product and other game usage, like Grand Theft Auto card and stuff like that. Now hopefully I can keep a sort of routine with how many episodes I upload for this career mode. I'm staying a couple of episodes in front, so like I'm getting the gameplay, then I'm putting the audio on, getting more gameplay and putting the audio on, and then just like getting 3 or 4 episodes ready and just like uploading one every day. So hopefully that this routine works. But so yeah, we go into the squad now. I don't particularly like the 4-3-3 formation. I'd go with a more should I say a more favoured formation of mine, the 4-2-3-1. And as you could see there, I put Obeng, a little young right back on there, at right back there, because on my other career modes he's actually been a pretty decent right back. And except for that, I keep the back 4 the same, the goalkeeper the same. I bring in Sung Young Ki, I think it is, or Ki, whatever you want to call him. And yeah, and instead of playing a striker like Danny Graham up front, I put Michu on there, and then in them left and right midfield positions I put Nathan Dyer and Pablo Hernandez. And now moving on to the transfers, I've put Liam Britton, Gary Monk. Couldn't quite tell who that was there. I know there's Alan Tate on there, but I can't remember who else I put on there. But moving into who I'm going to try and bring into the club. Going to Tottenham Hotspur for one of their players, a very well known player in the defensive role. Michael Dawson, I inquired about him, along with Jonas Kabul. I think I put in for Kabul. No, I think it was just, I know I put in for Kyle Walker, Stephen Corker, and I think it was Kyle Norton. Yeah, it was Kyle Norton. I didn't go for Kabul. So we just left it there to see how that goes, and so I just think, even though I am playing Obeng in that right back position, I still think he needs a lot more cover instead of Angel Rangel. But as you can see, Tottenham's given me the offer of 2.4 million for Kyle Norton. So we go and put that deal in, and they said 7 million for Michael Dawson, which is way above my budget. So I decided to put Ashley Williams and £3 million into that deal, just to see if I can get that off and running there. But as you can see, they're saying that Rangel seeks new club. But for Stephen Corker, I think they wanted £8 million for him. So again, I tried Ashley Williams and some money. I think again it was 3 mil. And we just sent it that way. But there was no way I could afford the £12 million for Kyle Norton there. So we just had to leave it at that. No, we did. Now, Kyle Norton, that transfer deal did go through. It was accepted. And we were just in contract talks with him. I put on, I think it was £12,000 for 4 years. Might have been 5. I can't actually remember. So, and then just a couple of emails about, I think it was international offers that might be coming in. But, we now skip to Kyle Norton denying his contract because he wants a bigger squad role than what we were offering him there. So according to what I saw there, everything else was okay. He just wanted a bigger squad role. I was going to put him as I wasn't going to actually specify, but eventually I went to an important first team player, just in case Oben gets a bit of form going in like the Capital One Cup and that. But yeah, he accepts that contract, and that is our first signing of the season in Kyle Norton. Now we had a transfer offer come in for Gary Monk from Bolton for £180,000. So we go ahead and accept that deal there, and then back into bringing players into the club. We go for strikers within the £10 million mark, because I don't actually rate Danny Graham as a decent striker, to be quite honest with you there. So I was hoping to get a deal with him in it. And there was a couple of interesting players on there, but the two players that the stats that I did bring up, I'd realised they were a lot older, so they wouldn't actually be gaining anything. They'd just be losing overall, and they'd end up becoming quite shit. So. But then this guy caught my eye, Jermaine Defoe. He was valued, I think it was £8 million, I think it was. So Danny Graham and 2 mil, or might have been 3, I couldn't tell. That's for him. And the other person I went for was, I think it was Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. It will come down to him in a minute, but he's the one that I went for because he's only something like 23, 24, and so he's got a lot of potential in him there. So that is why I decided to go for him, and he was valued, I think it was £8.5 million, but you'll see later on in the episode, but he doesn't actually accept this offer. They wanted something like 6.5 and Danny Graham, which is something that I couldn't afford. I mean, I was more or less, with that £3 million I put on there, I was more or less spending all my money on him there. But apart from that, I decided to leave it at that. I might have shortlisted a couple of players. But in terms of strikers, they're the only two that I actually decided to put a bid in for. As you can see there, I added Adrian and Danny Welbeck to the shortlist. And so we move on to what will be the pre-season friendly. Tottenham saying no. Gary Monk being sold to Bolton for £180,000. 140 of that has gone into my transfer budget. Move on again, and we get a reply from Tottenham. No, we get a transfer offer from Newcastle United for Michel Vorm in the region of around 5 to 6 million pounds. I counter offer with 8 there, just to see what they'd say. And with Norton signing, the current competition for Rangel. But now we get the offer from Jermaine Defoe, well, Tottenham, saying that they want £3 million and Danny Graham, and they will consider letting him go to our club. And as you can see there, the Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang deal. Actually, I think I read that wrong. It was £8 million they wanted. But we move on, and Mark Gower. With another offer coming from Bolton for Mark Gower. And we'll go ahead and accept that deal as well. And we moved on again, and Mark Gower going to Bolton. And another offer coming from Michel Vorm from Sevilla from the Spanish League. Then for this, I decided to put a 9.5 counter offer in there for Michel Vorm, and just to see where they would go with that. And next we hear in terms of transfers, they come back with, I think it was 7.4, so we're going to accept that deal. But then a thought occurred to me that they wanted 7.5 for Michel Vorm, when I could pick up their goalkeeper Tim Krul for the same amount of money. So I was just thinking it might have already been too late to put an offer in for him there, a swap deal. But we might as well just see how that goes. Now, again, just going back, remember the new channel Gadget Gaming. So hopefully you will all join us, me and Richard, for that. Now, there is going to be hopefully a joint episode on Wednesday where me and Richard will be together for the first time since launching our YouTube channels. So yeah, hopefully that'll be in there. And please like. Yeah, hopefully like I said, you can join us for that. I keep repeating myself. So, yeah, there'll be credits up next telling you what to do. You should know what to do already. So, I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.